reason I auditioned for BGT was to give it kind of one last shot at my career. The industry is so difficult. The life is not sustainable. Trying to get the days off to audition and just hoping that, you know, you'll get a yes.
The night Sydnie Christmas walked onto the stage, few people expected history to be made. Behind her confident smile was a singer who had almost given up after years of waiting for one real chance. When the music started, everything changed. Her powerful performance turned her into one of the most talked about stars from the show. Yet fame moves fast, and the spotlight does not stay still forever. What truly happened after her big breakthrough moment? Did success open every door, or did new struggles appear along the way? Join us as we explore what happened to Sydnie Christmas from BGT and where she is now. The win that changed everything but also raised questions. Sydnie Christmas is now widely known as the performer who broke a long-standing record on Britain's Got Talent, becoming one of the very few solo female singers to win the show after many seasons. Her victory did not just celebrate a powerful voice. It marked a turning point that surprised viewers, judges, and industry watchers. From the moment her name was announced, the atmosphere inside the theater shifted into pure excitement, and many people quickly realized they were watching a historic result. The final night carried strong, emotional energy. Every finalist had performed well, but Sydnie's performance stood out because of its emotional depth and strong vocal control. When the result was revealed, the audience reacted with loud applause and visible excitement. The moment felt both joyful and meaningful, because her journey on the show had been built on consistency rather than sudden viral attention. Her win became especially important because it filled a gap that had existed for many seasons. Many talented female singers had appeared on the program before, yet none had secured the final victory as a solo act. This changed the narrative of what kind of performers could succeed on the show. It also showed that audiences were ready to support a musical theater voice instead of only mainstream pop styles. From the beginning of the competition, her performances followed a clear artistic direction. Instead of choosing modern radio songs, she focused on classic stage music and emotional storytelling. This decision helped her stand out immediately. Her voice carried strength, clarity, and dramatic expression, which are key elements in theater-style singing. Each performance felt carefully controlled, allowing viewers to connect emotionally with the music. The judging panel responded quickly to this approach. During her audition, Amanda Holden reacted strongly and pressed the golden buzzer. That moment sent Sydnie directly into the live stages and became one of the most memorable highlights of the season. The golden buzzer also introduced her to a wider audience almost instantly. As the competition moved forward, her confidence continued to grow. Week after week, she delivered strong performances without losing vocal control. Simon Cowell showed increasing support as her performances developed. By the time the final arrived, many viewers already believed she had a real chance of winning. Public reaction expanded rapidly during the live broadcasts. Supporters praised her theater tone and emotional delivery. Many viewers appreciated that her performances felt sincere and natural instead of heavily produced. Her ability to hold long notes with steady control became one of the defining features of her stage presence. Online clips of her performances began spreading widely, helping her reach audiences outside the United Kingdom. At the same time, some critics began raising questions about her previous professional experience. This type of discussion often appears in talent competitions when contestants have worked in performing arts before joining television shows. Sydnie had performed in theater productions, but she had not achieved major commercial fame before entering the competition. Even so, the conversation created additional pressure as the final approached. Winning a major talent show brings instant attention, but it also introduces serious responsibility. Once the show ends, audiences expect quick progress. New music, live performances, and career planning become urgent steps. Many winners in the past have struggled during this stage because public attention can fade quickly if momentum is not maintained. For Sydnie, the shift from contestant to professional recording artist began immediately. Media interviews increased, industry interest grew, and new opportunities appeared very quickly. However, the biggest challenge was no longer about winning votes. The real challenge was about building a stable career in a competitive music industry. The celebration of her victory was only the beginning. Behind the excitement, major career decisions were already forming, and each choice would shape her future path. But once the spotlight faded and real career decisions began, what actually happened behind the scenes? And did success come as easily as it seemed? The fastest career launch after the show. After the final of Britain's Got Talent ended, the next phase of Sydnie Christmas's career began almost immediately. Talent show momentum moves very quickly, and successful contestants often have only a short window to turn television exposure into long-term opportunities. Because of this, her team acted fast to organize management, recording plans, and live performance strategies. Within a short period after the show, she entered professional planning discussions about her musical direction. One of the first major steps involved working with a management structure that understood both recording and theater performance. This approach matched her strengths because her voice naturally fits orchestral and stage-based music. Speed is extremely important for talent show winners. Television audiences can shift their attention very quickly, especially when new shows and new contestants appear. If a winner waits too long to release music or announce projects, the excitement created by the competition can fade. Her team recognized this reality and began preparing studio recordings early. Instead of following modern pop trends, she stayed close to her musical theater background. This decision helped her build a clear identity from the start. Recording with orchestral arrangements allowed her voice to remain the center of attention. Live instruments also supported the emotional tone that had already connected strongly with viewers during the show. Her debut recording strategy focused heavily on digital platforms. Online music charts often react quickly to talent show exposure because fans immediately search for new material. This approach helped her build a strong early chart movement on digital stores. While mainstream radio success usually requires a different style, her team focused on building a loyal audience that appreciates theater vocals and classic songs. A surprising moment happened during this early recording period. Her performances began circulating widely online, attracting attention from major figures in musical theater. One of those viewers was Andrew Lloyd Webber, a legendary composer known for creating some of the most successful stage productions in modern theater history. After seeing one of her performances connected to stage music, he requested that she record material linked to one of his productions. This recognition added strong credibility to her transition from television contestant to professional performer. At the same time, live performance planning also began developing. Touring remains one of the most reliable ways for vocal performers to build lasting careers. Because her style fits theater venues, her early shows focused on stage settings rather than large pop arenas. This approach allowed her to connect directly with audiences who already appreciate dramatic live vocals. Another important decision involved maintaining authenticity. Many talent show winners feel pressure to quickly change their musical direction to match radio trends. Sydnie chose a different path. She continued performing classic songs and theatrical arrangements, helping her stand out from many other reality show artists. Early career growth also required careful financial planning. Recording with orchestras and preparing stage productions can be expensive, especially during the first year after a competition. Building a stable structure behind the scenes became just as important as public performances. Within months, her transition from television stage to professional career was clearly underway. New recordings, live plans, and industry support all pointed toward long-term development rather than short-term popularity. However, while her career was moving forward at impressive speed, many viewers did not yet know how close she had come to leaving music completely before entering the competition. The near-quit moment that almost ended everything. Before her breakthrough on Britain's Got Talent, The journey of Sydnie Christmas had already lasted for many years without a major turning point. She had trained in performing arts and worked in several musical theater productions. Yet none of these opportunities brought lasting stability or wide public recognition. Like many stage performers, she moved from one project to another while continuing to attend auditions across different cities. For nearly 10 years, she faced repeated rejection. Auditions often ended without feedback, and many roles went to other performers. This pattern is common in the theater industry, where hundreds of trained singers compete for a small number of roles. Even talented performers can spend years waiting for one defining opportunity. Over time, the emotional weight of these experiences began to grow. Financial pressure also became part of daily life. Theater contracts are usually temporary, and performers must often find other jobs between productions. To maintain steady income, Sydnie worked a regular job outside the entertainment industry. She took a front desk position at a gym, which helped her pay bills and manage basic expenses. While this job provided stability, it also reminded her that her performing career had not yet reached the level she had once imagined. Balancing work and auditions required constant energy. Long days at work were often followed by vocal practice and travel to audition locations. This routine demanded discipline, yet it did not guarantee success. Over time, the repeated cycle of effort without breakthrough began to affect her confidence. Many performers experience this stage, where talent remains strong, but emotional motivation becomes harder to maintain. As the years passed, uncertainty increased. The entertainment industry is highly competitive, and progress is not always predictable. By the end of the year before her television appearance, she began seriously questioning whether continuing in music was still practical. Financial reality and emotional fatigue were becoming stronger than early career excitement. A major turning point came during the New Year period. Like many people, she used that moment to reflect on her future direction. During conversations with her family, she openly discussed whether it was time to step away from professional performing. These discussions were emotional but realistic. Family support remained strong, yet the challenges of sustaining a long-term performing career were clear. At that stage, one final opportunity remained. Auditions for the new season of Britain's Got Talent were approaching. The show had already changed the lives of several unknown performers in past seasons. Entering the competition did not guarantee success, but it offered national exposure that traditional theater auditions could not provide. This situation created what many psychologists describe as a last chance mindset. When performers feel they have reached a critical moment, they often deliver stronger emotional performances because they place full focus on the opportunity in front of them. Pressure and determination combine to produce deeper expression and stronger stage presence. For Sydnie, this mindset became a powerful emotional driver. Instead of treating the audition as just another performance, she approached it with complete emotional honesty. Every note carried the experience of years spent working toward a breakthrough. The uncertainty of her future gave extra meaning to her delivery. This emotional depth later became one of the defining features of her performances throughout the competition. The contrast between her personal uncertainty and the reaction she received during the audition was striking. Only months earlier, she had been considering leaving the industry entirely. Suddenly, she was standing on one of the biggest television stages in the country. The shift from doubt to recognition happened quickly, yet it was built on years of preparation and persistence. This moment marked the true emotional turning point of her career. It showed how quickly circumstances can change when preparation meets opportunity. What once felt like the final attempt became the beginning of a completely new chapter. But what exactly made her audition so powerful that it instantly changed the direction of her life? The performances that built her signature style. During her journey on Britain's Got Talent, Sydnie Christmas developed a clear and recognizable performance identity. Rather than adjusting her style to match popular music trends, she stayed focused on musical theater and classic songs. This decision became one of the strongest factors behind her success because it allowed her to stand out from many other contestants. Song selection played a major role in shaping her performances. Instead of choosing modern chart hits, she selected songs known for strong emotional storytelling. Musical theater songs are designed to express deep feelings while also showing vocal range and control. These elements allowed her to present both technical skill and emotional connection at the same time. One of her strongest vocal qualities is her belt range. Belt singing requires controlled power, especially during high notes. This technique is common in theater performances because it allows singers to project their voices clearly across large venues. Throughout the competition, she used this skill carefully rather than simply singing loudly. The balance between strength and clarity helped her maintain vocal control across different performances. Another important part of her style is emotional storytelling. Musical theater focuses heavily on delivering emotion through voice and expression. Instead of only singing the melody, she emphasized the meaning behind each line. Facial expression, posture, and controlled pacing helped support this approach. These details made each performance feel complete rather than purely technical. Instead of changing direction each week, she built a clear musical identity that audiences could easily remember. This consistency helped transform her from a contestant into a developing professional performer. However, the growing online attention soon created a new and unexpected effect that would influence her career beyond television. As her performances went viral, something unexpected started happening online, and it would play a huge role in shaping her global audience. The viral effect and the rise of the Syndicate fan community. After her strong performances on Britain's Got Talent, the public attention around Sydnie Christmas did not stay only on television. A new phase of her popularity began online. Short clips from her performances started spreading across multiple social media platforms. These clips often focused on her most emotional vocal moments, especially the parts where she delivered powerful high notes with strong control. Short video formats helped her reach audiences quickly. Many viewers who had never watched the full television episodes discovered her through these clips. Emotional singing tends to perform very well on social platforms because people connect instantly with strong vocal expression. When a performance carries deep feeling, viewers are more likely to watch until the end and share it with others. Within a short time, her performances began appearing in different countries. Online viewers from the United States, Canada, and Australia started reacting to her videos. Many of these viewers discovered her without knowing the full background of the competition. They simply responded to the emotional power of her voice. This type of global exposure has become common in the digital era, where talent is often shared across borders within hours. As her online audience grew, her supporters began forming a clear fan identity. Her fan community adopted the name Syndicate, combining her name with a sense of belonging and unity. Fan communities play an important role in modern music careers because they help maintain interest even after television exposure slows down. The Situated quickly became active across social media platforms, sharing clips, posting performance reactions, and supporting her new releases. Reaction videos became one of the most noticeable trends. Content creators recorded themselves watching her performances and sharing their emotional responses. These videos helped introduce her voice to even more viewers. Reaction content works well because it allows new audiences to experience performances through someone else's perspective. This format also builds emotional connection between artists and viewers. Another pattern began appearing as her online reach expanded. Many singers started creating cover performances inspired by her style. These covers often focused on the same classic songs she performed during the competition. This showed how strongly her theater-based approach had influenced other performers. Instead of copying modern pop trends, many singers were now exploring classic vocal arrangements again. Viral attention also began affecting her digital music rankings. When viewers searched for her performances, they also looked for official recordings. This helped push her music higher on digital platforms. Digital stores respond quickly to online demand, especially when large numbers of listeners search for the same artist at the same time. Her online momentum helped strengthen her chart presence beyond the television audience. In today's entertainment industry, talent show winners depend heavily on social media longevity. In earlier years, television exposure alone could sustain a career for a longer period. However, modern audiences move quickly from one trend to another. Artists must continue building engagement online to maintain public interest. For Sydnie, her emotional vocal style worked naturally within this environment because powerful singing moments are easily shared and replayed. Another important factor behind her online growth was consistency. Instead of drastically changing her musical direction, she continued performing songs that matched her theater identity. This helped her audience understand her artistic style clearly. When viewers know what to expect from an artist, they are more likely to remain loyal over time. The viral spread of her performances helped transform her from a television winner into an international discovery. While television introduced her voice to the public, social media expanded that audience across multiple countries. The Syndicate fan community became a strong support system, helping her maintain attention beyond the competition season. However, online popularity alone cannot guarantee long-term success. Viral moments can fade quickly if they are not supported by live performances and professional planning. The next step required turning digital excitement into real-world opportunities. But viral attention alone doesn't build a lasting career. So how did she turn online momentum into real-world stages? From reality TV winner to international performer. After her victory on Britain's Got Talent, Sydnie Christmas moved into a new phase that focused on live performance and international exposure. While online attention helped grow her audience, building a lasting career required strong stage presence beyond television. Live concerts and theater tours became the next major step. Her first touring plans began within months after the competition ended. Instead of choosing large pop arenas, her performances focused on theater venues that matched her vocal style. Theater settings allow clearer sound quality and stronger emotional connection between performer and audience. This environment also suited her musical theater background. Several venues carried deep personal meaning for her. Some were located in areas where she had previously attended auditions without success. Performing in these locations now as a headlining artist created a strong symbolic moment in her career. Audiences responded warmly, and many shows ended with standing ovations. Theater critics also noted her strong stage control and consistent vocal delivery. As her tour continued, international opportunities began appearing. One of the most important invitations came from David Foster, a respected music producer known for working with major global vocalists. After seeing her performances, he invited her to appear at a special musical event celebrating his career. This opportunity introduced her voice to a wider international industry audience. During this event, she performed alongside well-known singers including Michael Bublé, Josh Groban, and Andrea Bocelli. Each of these artists is recognized for strong vocal performance and orchestral music styles. Sharing the stage with performers known for similar musical strengths helped reinforce her artistic direction. International exposure continued expanding when she performed concerts in New York. These performances introduced her voice directly to American theater audiences. The shows received strong audience reactions, and recordings from these concerts were prepared for television broadcast. Filmed performances are important because they allow artists to reach new viewers even after the live event ends. Her growing international presence also helped strengthen her theater audience base. Musical theater fans often follow performers across different productions and countries. Because her style connects closely with theater traditions, many new listeners discovered her through these live performances, rather than through radio music. Touring also helped build professional confidence. Live stage performance requires consistency because audiences expect strong vocals every night. This routine allowed her to refine her stage pacing and emotional delivery even further. Over time, her transition from television contestant to international performer became clear. Despite these achievements, public discussion about her background did not completely disappear. Some critics continued questioning whether contestants with prior stage experience should compete in television talent shows. These conversations appear frequently in the entertainment industry and often continue even after careers begin moving forward. Still, Her growing list of performances and international invitations showed that her career development was not based only on television exposure. It was being supported by live audiences and professional collaborations across different countries. However, the conversation about her earlier experience would soon return in a much stronger way. Yet despite all the success, critics still questioned whether she truly belonged in the competition at all. The professional contestant debate and industry reality. As the popularity of Sydnie Christmas continued to grow after her victory on Britain's Got Talent, public discussion around her background also increased. One of the most common topics involved the idea of professional contestants. This debate often appears in major talent competitions, especially when a performer has previous experience in theater or entertainment before joining the show. Many viewers began asking whether contestants who have worked on stage should compete against performers with less experience. Talent competitions regularly include performers who have trained professionally but have not achieved mainstream success. Understanding this difference is important when discussing how these shows actually work. A working performer is someone who earns income through performance, often through temporary contracts or short productions. Mainstream success, however, is very different. It usually involves large public recognition, major chart placements, or long-term commercial visibility. Before entering the competition, Sydnie had worked in musical theater, but she had not reached that level of public fame. Her experience placed her in the category of a trained performer still searching for a major breakthrough. Musical theater careers are often built through freelance structures. Contracts may last only a few months, after which performers must audition again for new roles. This system creates uncertainty because steady income is not always guaranteed. Even talented performers can experience long periods between productions. Because of this reality, many theater artists look for opportunities that offer wider exposure. Television talent competitions provide that exposure. Programs like Britain's Got Talent allow performers to present their voices to national and international audiences at the same time. For musical theater singers especially, this exposure can open doors that traditional auditions cannot. The television stage reaches millions of viewers, including producers and industry decision-makers. Financial reality also plays a major role in these decisions. Theater performers often balance artistic work with regular jobs to cover daily expenses. This situation makes television opportunities even more valuable. A successful appearance can lead to touring offers, recording contracts, or major stage roles. As public discussions continued, Sydnie responded by explaining her career background clearly. She shared details about her years of auditions and the challenges of building stability in the performing arts. Her openness helped audiences understand that she was not entering the competition as a fully established star. Instead, she was still working toward long-term recognition. Transparency became an important factor in shaping public opinion. When performers explain their journeys honestly, audiences are more likely to support them. In her case, sharing the reality of theater life helped many viewers see the difference between experience and fame. Over time, more people recognize that talent competitions often serve as a platform for performers who are still developing their careers. This type of debate has appeared with several past contestants in different talent shows. Some performers had training or stage experience before becoming widely known. However, their television appearances helped transform their careers by introducing them to larger audiences. This pattern reflects how the entertainment industry works today. Exposure often matters as much as experience. Despite the ongoing conversations, her performances and growing audience support continued moving her career forward. Live concerts, theater roles, and new recordings gradually shifted the focus back to her music, rather than her background. As her professional path became clearer, the earlier debates began losing intensity. While public discussions continued, her career development remained steady behind the scenes. She was preparing for a major opportunity that connected directly to her strongest artistic roots. While public debates continued, she quietly made one career move that fulfilled her biggest dream. where she is now, and what comes next. Following her rapid career growth after winning Britain's Got Talent, Sydnie Christmas began moving toward one of the most important goals of her professional journey. After years of working in supporting theater roles, she secured a major leading stage opportunity that confirmed her transition from television winner to full musical theater performer. One of her most notable roles came when she was cast as Cruella in the stage production of the musical 101 Dalmatians. This role required strong vocal performance as well as expressive acting skills. The character of Cruella is known for dramatic personality and commanding stage presence, making it a perfect match for her theater background. Performing in this production allowed her to demonstrate both vocal power and character performance at the same time. This role also marked a return to her theater roots. Musical theater had always shaped her singing style, and stepping into a leading production helped strengthen her artistic direction. While many reality show winners focus mainly on recording careers, she continued balancing multiple performance paths. Her career structure now includes three main areas. The first is live touring. Theater-style concerts remain a strong part of her schedule because they allow direct connection with audiences. Live performances also help maintain vocal consistency and audience loyalty. The second area is recording. After the success of her first album, she began planning future music projects. Instead of shifting toward mainstream radio trends, she continued focusing on orchestral and theater-based arrangements. This approach helps maintain a clear artistic identity. The third area is musical theater acting. Stage roles allow her to combine acting and singing, which fits naturally with her training. Theater productions also introduce her to new audiences who may not follow television talent shows. Looking forward, she has expressed interest in developing original music for a second album. Original material often helps artists expand their identity beyond cover performances. This step can also support long-term career growth by creating unique songs connected directly to her voice. International touring is another area expected to grow. Her performances in different countries have already introduced her to wider theater audiences. Expanding these tours allows her to continue building global recognition while staying connected to her musical strengths. Her career path differs from many reality competition winners. Instead of focusing heavily on radio chart success, she is concentrated on theater audiences and live vocal performance. This strategy reflects her strengths and helps her avoid pressure to follow trends that do not match her style. Long-term sustainability in the music industry often depends on building a loyal audience rather than chasing short-term popularity. By maintaining consistent musical direction, she has created a niche audience that appreciates strong vocals and classic arrangements. This approach supports steady career growth rather than rapid but temporary attention. Her journey also highlights an important reality about the entertainment industry. Success does not always happen quickly. Years of preparation, auditions, and persistence often lead to one defining opportunity. For her, that opportunity came through television exposure combined with strong artistic identity. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.